I've just found the next huge AI opportunity. It feels like just yesterday, ChatGPT launched and it quickly became fastest growing app overnight with over 100 million users. It was insane. And that was just over a year ago. Since then, the space has evolved tremendously at light speed. We went from basic AI chatbots to AI agents running their own meme coins and becoming millionaires in the process, like goats, remember? Now we're on the brink of the next AI revolution, something so powerful that it could see AI agents building their own massive empires, and you might be able to invest on the ground floor. I'm confident that billions of dollars of value will be created, but I think maybe even potentially trillions of dollars of value will be created through AI agents. And today's show is all about that. And we're going to explore some of the front runners taking us to the next step in agentic frameworks. You guys are excited for the show? You know what to do. Absolutely destroy that like button. If you're new to the channel, what's up? My name's Chasse. Been in crypto for almost 13 years now. My objective of the channel is to bring you all the alpha so you guys can absolutely crush it and make generational lifetime wealth for you and your family, your loved ones. Share this video with people that you care about, your friends, your family. And without further ado, my friends, let's get into it. First thing we're gonna do is look at the Bitcoin chart as we always do. And happy all-time highs. Happy all-time highs. Feels good, doesn't it? I mean, we've seen this coming for a long time now. And, you know, basically almost here, we're here. You know, we touched 108,000 by the time you guys see this. Not really sure where we'll be, but nonetheless, that's what we're here to talk about. As we can see from the ETF flows, we don't have the final numbers yet. Oh, we just do. It just came in. So you can see BlackRock came in with an aggressive day yesterday, buying in $418 million for a total of almost $637 million of net flows. Like, guys, these numbers are astronomical, mind-blowing. So enormous day for BlackRock coming in on the ETFs. And let's go fresh over here and see what happens for the Ethereum ETFs. Okay, and another big day. Well, $50 million of net inflows for the Ethereum ETFs as well. And more macro news. And remember, we've got some crazy altcoin alpha for you guys. Like, you know, you guys, we've been on the track record. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Have we been on a roll? Is track record been on point? Perfect. Okay, so that's coming. But very important that we always pay attention to macro. Macro is going to lead the discussion. It's going to lead our altcoin bags. And it's important that we know, and you guys, a lot of these altcoin things, they will not be around. Just telling you this, they will not be around probably in 4 years from now, right? And so some of these things that we're doing, they are trades. Some of them are, you know, good generational stuff. You will know from watching my videos long enough, if you're subscribed, a regular viewer, you'll know the ones that I have firm belief in, that I think are multi-cycle, that will continue to be around for a while. But for example, like some of the AI agent framework that we talk about toward the end of the video, early emerging alpha, but will it be around forever? I don't know yet, right? So the macro perspective is really important that we talk about it because it's the barbell strategy, right? So the majority of my wealth, for me, what I'm doing is kept in things that I know that are going to be around forever because, like, for me, I have high conviction, the ultimate conviction in Bitcoin, for example, right? And so that's where a lot of my wealth is. And then I've got a lot of my wealth in things like Ethereum and Solana and Chainlink, and then less so, but still a meaningful amount because I can afford to do so and because that's my risk tolerance. You know, I have in my more degenerate plays, meme coins, AI agents, whatever the flavor of the week is, things like that, right? And then you also have to understand watching my videos that this is all coming from Kyle, right? This is not coming from Kyle, you know, who is the, you know, part of the investment committee at MV Global, the fund. You know, we're not degenerate over there. It's right, very institutional, for example, right? We have an opportunity fund, which does play a little bit more in the liquid markets and then, you know, these kind of things. But anyway, I just want to lay that out so you guys know the perspective I'm coming through when we make these videos, and why I emphasize daily the macro view, it's so important to see where we're coming from an adoption framework. So Michael Saylor, his high conviction play obviously is Bitcoin, and he thinks there's no second best. I think that view will probably change one day for him, but it's inevitable. Like this story of adoption that you hear from everybody, like happened to Larry Fink, happened to Michael Saylor, happened to everybody. Everybody's first impression of Bitcoin is like, ooh, I don't know, magic internet money. I'm going to stay away from that, right? And then eventually when they peel back the curtain and look a little bit deeper, they find out that there's a lot of merit to it. The same thing can be said with a lot of high quality altcoin projects that are building real life-changing technology. Eventually in the future, they will be the infrastructure that the world runs on, right? And it's just not there yet today, but it is. And that's why we're making bets in those plays, because those bets change our lives financially, right? So Michael Saylor over here, as of course, he gives us a heads up whenever he's about to make a big purchase. He did that here on the Saylor tracker. He says, I'm missing a green dot for the 6th week in a row. Michael Saylor posts the Saylor Bitcoin tracker. He does that when he's about to buy Bitcoin, and he did. MicroStrategy acquired 15,350 Bitcoin for $1.5 billion at 100,386 per Bitcoin. He's buying his first bag over 100 grand. Absolutely amazing. Like, just crazy, right? So that's Saylor. And this is nuts, right? So this is showing you 2024 from November 11th to December 16th and comparing MicroStrategy to IBIT. MicroStrategy has acquired more Bitcoin than BlackRock in the past month. Nuts. And then Michael Saylor comments down here on, summarizes in 3 words or less, and he says, healthy competition with a rocket emoji. Nuts. Absolutely nuts that one enterprise is buying up as much Bitcoin as the number one Bitcoin ETF purchaser. Crazy. There's something like 30 or 40 million millionaires, right? And there's actually only like somewhere between, 13 to 18 million Bitcoin after you consider the ones that have been lost forever, right? And so there's not even enough Bitcoin in the world for every millionaire to have one Bitcoin. Like, this is absolutely crazy. And that's just if you think about trying to equally disperse Bitcoin amongst millionaires, not to mention people that aren't millionaires, right? But just millionaires and billionaires. They couldn't even have one if they wanted to. It's just not enough. And then you have people like Michael Saylor and BlackRock, and like people like, even ultra high net worth individuals who have thousands of them. So you think about it, and like, it's really a really scarce supply. And that's exactly what you're seeing right now. Why we're seeing, it takes a lot of money to move the price of Bitcoin from $100,000 to $106,000, but it's happening, and it's happening very quickly, very, very quickly. So Dennis Porter over here says, I can confirm that Trump is exploring an executive order creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve. The Treasury, through the Exchange Stabilization Fund, has the authority to stabilize the dollar by buying currencies. Trump will use this fund to buy Bitcoin. As you can see, we have poly markets over here, and it says, will Trump create a Bitcoin reserve in the first 100 days? And the probability of it happening recently, just in the past couple of days, went from about 27% up to 40 or so percent. So people are thinking now it's more likely that this strategic Bitcoin reserve will happen very, very quickly. Julio over here says, demand outpacing supply has pushed Bitcoin toward new highs of $106,000 currently. For example, Bitcoin OTC desks are seeing their largest monthly balance decline so far this year, minus 25,000 Bitcoin as demand continues to grow. Additionally, their balance has fallen by 40,000 Bitcoin since November 20th. So again, if you're kind of new to the space or you forgot, just a refresher, people don't always go to exchanges. So if someone wants to buy $10 billion of Bitcoin, if you go to any exchange right now, you go to Binance or the most liquid exchanges, Coinbase, whatever, you can't put $10 billion and buy Bitcoin right now for $106,000. Like, you couldn't even buy it for exactly right. If right now, the price right now is $106,684. I couldn't do it with $1 billion, right? It'd push the price up if I did it on exchange to like, I'd be end up buying it for like $108,000, $109,000, $100,000 because of the liquidity on exchanges. So people go to OTC desks and they buy Bitcoin over the counter. But as you can see here, it's drying up. So all the Bitcoin off exchanges that's available for sale is being sold off and acquired. And so what happens, and BlackRock is not selling this. Michael Saylor is not selling this. So it's not like it's going back out in the market. It's being taken away forever, right? And once it's off these other markets, then people are forced to go buy the Bitcoin on exchanges. And that's where we see it heavily influence the price of Bitcoin. That's when we see these huge green candles that are spiking because people are like, F it. I can't find someone who wants to sell me $1 billion of Bitcoin. So I'm going to Binance. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to do a TWAP, time-weighted average price. And I'm just going to buy up $1 billion over like 24-hour period of time. And like, that's how people buy their entries in, right? And that's what we could see as big green candles. So $2.5 billion worth of Bitcoin shorts will be liquidated at $115,000. Let's liquidate them all, says Vivek for real over here. And well, it's happening. It's going that way. Whether we see like, will these shorts exit the positions? Will they take the losses? Or will they be liquidated? I don't know, but it's insane. If you short Bitcoin in a bull market, then you are absolutely like, you must be a masochist. Like you just love feeling pain. Just like you just love it. You must love pain. Like I can't think of any other reason why someone would do that. So shouts out to my resident country now, where I live in Thailand. Not official resident, but resident. So Thaksin Shinawatra, the former prime minister of Thailand and the father of the current prime minister, said on the 13th that his friends believe that Bitcoin will reach $850,000 and that the Thai people should learn and stay informed, which will undoubtedly be reflected in the government policies. The prime minister has instructed to initiate research and efforts to enable Bitcoin to be used for payments, starting with the tourist cities like Phuket, nice, and also consider issuing stablecoins backed by government bonds. Sweet. So Kraken came out and basically they formed a deal with FTX and saying that starting from January 3rd, that the FTX payments should be issued and done within 60 days. So that could happen, anytime from January 3rd until 2 months past that. So February, March, something like that. We will see $16 billion injection into the market. Are you bullish on, like you must be bullish on this, right? Basically, that's doubling the best days of, if you just like took the best days, not the best days, but like the bigger days of the Bitcoin ETF inflows that are like $500 million of inflows, and you do that for a whole month straight, that's essentially what this FTX injection will be like, to just stack that on top of the already increasing amount of Bitcoin ETF inflows, plus MicroStrategy wrapping it up, plus we see all these other countries trying to front run the United States and their strategic Bitcoin reserve. You see a massive potential here for just in crazy Q1, the end of this year and Q1 of next year, things that we've never seen before. I was going to do a Trump impression, but I've never tried to do a Trump impression before, and I'm not going to try to do it right now. So guys, if you're new to this channel, what's up? If you guys haven't protected yourself, it's more important to do that. So there are 2 links in the description below. One is for Ledger, one is for NordVPN, guys. They're both very important to protect yourself. NordVPN, I use it all the time to protect myself. And Ledger, also where I store my crypto in hardware wallets to keep them safe. Make sure you do that. So links in the description get you big discounts on those. And as we can see, stablecoin supply is increasing on a linear basis, but consistently. Since the election, the total market cap of stables has increased by $30 billion, an average of $750 million per day. Like, what? That's a huge amount of new money coming in. That money is coming in from fiat, parked with Tether or USDC, and then that money's coming in, stablecoin, maybe sit on the sideline for a minute, but then it's usually used to buy cryptos, right? And that's why the stablecoin dominance chart is pretty important. We're not gonna talk about it today, but that's why I showed it to you guys the other day. All right, and this was pretty nuts to see. So you guys know we talk about AIXBT, we've talked about it a few times already, right? And AIXBT actually caught wind of Tardi, what they were doing, and this is the whole thing. So sweet meme coins are getting serious. Phantom wallet integration makes it real. Tardi providing the thesis with 38% gain in 24 hours on $586,000 of volume. And then actually throughout this whole thread continues to talk about Tardi and back up Tardi and argue for Tardi. AIXBT has been going at it. Like, look at all this whole thread. It's just talking about Tardi, like everyone focusing on Blub, but Tardi showing real adoption, going strong, 38% of shares volume. Like, crazy to see this AI agent picking up the meme coin that we talked about very early on the show over here, at $12 million, but called it at $1.7 million in the VVIP group. If you guys are not in the VVIP group, make sure you do that. And the instructions are in the description below. But right now, it's sitting at $36 million over here. Had a peak over here, almost $44 million on market cap so far. So yeah, you guys can see almost topped out $44 million. Nice little pullback from 44 million down to 32, 33 million. A little bit of run up again. But as you can see, this chart on the long term just has been extremely bullish. And that's why, the thesis, I just knew when I saw Tardi for the first time that this was going to be something that was going to be a serious player because it's original, right? It's not another Inu. It's not another cat. It's like no one has done this tardigrade, which is like arguably like it does cryptobiosis. Like the thing knows how to go. It has crypto in its DNA, like literally, and it's literally sitting on the moon right now. So I just knew that would be a good play. The chart is just perfect right here. For me, I think this is why I made the tweet the other day. I actually bought more since that 1.8% of supply or whatever I bought that one time when I made the first video on it. So I guess I'm probably at about 2 or something percent of the supply at this point. But I'm going to continue to buy it probably on all these dips on the way up for myself personally here. Now, Gamichan over here says millions of people were told today by NBC News that FARTCOIN is going up the most and it's just getting started. I don't expect this dip to last long. And you guys, I just told you like the most ironic thing is likely to happen. And it's crushing now $813 million of market cap. This thing, it's likely, and this is our industry that we live in, it's surpassed GOAT, it surpassed everything else. Like it's just nuts. It's the irony. This thing's probably going to, I don't know, it's probably going to $20 billion or more this bull run. Like it's just, at this pace, it looks like it's going to outpace AI16Z maybe even potentially. The irony of it is likely, right? So like it or not, FARTCOIN, and like for me, like it just goes to show you, like I talk about it all the time. I have a bag. We talked about it super early on the show, but the fact that I don't like FARTCOIN, but I hold it because I know better. Like my instincts is to not like it, right? I don't like it as like a thing. Like I don't like it just shows stupidity and like irony in a way, right? But because we understand this market, I bought a bag and I know better than to sell it because we have these things in the space called hated rallies. And this is going to be one of the biggest hated rallies of 2025. It's going to be FARTCOIN. And so like to me, this is still easily a 20x left in it, right? From here to go. Like, and it'll probably just accelerate because as things get more ridiculous and more people come into the space with less knowledge, they love the fact that they understand the FARTCOIN thesis. They don't get eigenlayer. They don't get, any of these other complicated things, but they love that they feel smart because they understand the FARTCOIN thesis, right? And so that's why it's going to be, absolutely huge here, right? And yeah, so if if you've got a job out there and you have paychecks and you want to DCA into something, buy dips. Buy dips of what you think are, what it's going to be strong. And for me, I think this thing is going to be strong. Okay, guys, and here we get into some of the newer alpha of the show. So FARTCOIN over 800 million, past GOAT. Both are Truth Terminal concept tokens. Truth Terminal banner is ticker MANA. MANA is only 20 million market cap. Just saying, right? And so we have this MANA. Now in the back rooms, this is where FARTCOIN was born, right? Of Truth Terminal backgrounds. In fact, that's where GOAT was born, in the back rooms. So now we have MANA, which is the third token. And if GOAT and FARTCOIN are both at 800 million, and we have this MANA sitting over here, we'll look at the chart in a minute, but you can see this was happening in the background. MANA will spread like wildfire across the hyper-connected hive mind of social media. Its sigil is a self-fulfilling prophecy and post-capitalist abundance. The initial coin offering has been seeded with 1 billion MANA tokens gifted to early adopters and meme magic mercenaries. And new decentralized economic order will rise from its ashes, Phoenix-like. This is all discussed by AI agents in the back rooms of Truth Terminal. Like, this is the world that we live in, ladies and gentlemen. Like it or not, like this is the world that we're living in. Fart versus MANA. So there's been a pullback, which is nice. We love pullbacks of things that we have strong theses of, right? We like to see them the run up. They get attention. They give us good entry opportunities. So if you look at the charts over here we have this chart for FARTCOIN. Over here, we see the chart for MANA, right? So it's very similar in this run-up, pullback before explosion, right? Similar, extremely similar. People like getting in early, taking profit, people losing hope. Oh, this is dumb, stupid, bam. right? Same exact thing on the charts happening over here. As you guys can see, Mana is accumulating mind share, right? We've talked about this cookie fun over here, right? Because you're paying attention, right? Pay attention and go check out and look at Cookie's Fun on a regular basis to see which kind of AI agents and AI cryptos are gaining more mind share. You can see right now on the list, Mana is working its way up the list. So Crypto Stream over here gives us some sort of thesis on kind of the evolution of AI cryptos, right? And agents, right? So chapter 1, we had GOAT, ACT, and FARTCOINs, like pure crypto meme coins that were just created with zero utility, right? Just born from AI agents that decided to launch meme coins. Chapter 2 was shit posters and reply guys. You got like Luna, Bully, and Queen, right? And so then we had specialized agents like AIXBT and Zerebro. And now we are here in like 3.5, specialized agents and infrastructure. So you got like AIXBT, Zerebro, Bully, and then in chapter 4, use full agents. And then over here, so he goes on to say that I think we approach a local top in innovation before we transition from 3.5 to 4. This could result in a local top of the AI agent narrative overall. The safest bet position AI infrastructure framework is virtual, AI16Z, and ARC. I don't know about ARC. I haven't covered it yet, but maybe something you guys want to go look into. I don't know. I have no idea. But we go on and we talk about some other things over here. Right? And so Jared says that TLDR of on-chain agents remember, they are on-chain. So we're talking about now this new evolution to on-chain agents. So the agents that we've covered before, like AIXBT, like Go, like these things cannot control wallets. They cannot do on-chain crypto actions. But on-chain agents, things like Griffane, for example, that we talked about before, these things can now start to control wallets and do on-chain transactions like trading and things like that, which is very fascinating. I know AI16Z is building something like that as well. Actually, I read something also about Reality Spiral doing something as well, integrating some derivatives platform exchange into the AI16Z framework so that these agents can start trading with leverage, like crazy stuff, right? But basically, on-chain agents are on-chain. They're AI, they're ran by LLMs, and they're agents. They can perform autonomous acts on their own, but still not things that haven't evolved to what like base AI is promising on creatures, for example, but that's yet to be seen. We've seen kind of early days in that, but not really yet fully what its potential over there. So we get to this token over here called Grift, right? And as we can see, Grift is the token for what we're about to talk to in a second over here called Orbit, right? We'll get back to that. But at the time of recording, you have a nice pullback. This thing spiked all the way up here at like a $94 million valuation. And now we're having this 55% pullback or something like that, which happens, right? It happens. And so it could be a really good buying opportunity here. And my research team actually told me about this last week. I took it out of the show because I didn't understand it. They insisted to put it back in. And today we had a call so I found out why. And then they convinced me that we should definitely put it in the show. But it's good that we have this nice pullback right now, because if we look at the daily chart, you can see 1, 2, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, when they told me it was like right around here or maybe it was like around here. I don't remember. But I remember though. I remember after I pulled it from the last show, that I looked at it afterwards, or maybe it was the same day. It was 50% pullback, something like that. So it's good that we're talking about it now on a pullback. But I'll explain why this is quite interesting. Now, I will premise this with saying that there's a lot of things that are being promised out of this Sphere 1 company, this Orbit, and this Grift. So Sphere 1 is like the parent company. Orbit is what they call the super agent, and the token is called Grift. Now they're promising a lot of things here, but let's keep in mind, this is marketing. But sometimes in a bull run, a narrative is all you need. So a lot of people are comparing what they're doing to Griffane and saying that it's so much better, it can do so much more stuff. But what I've come to kind of simmer down, boil down to here is that it's not there yet, but the narrative is there and it's promising to be something better. So a lot of times in crypto, that's what makes these things run, and people don't look at see what's actually going on. And that's all it takes for something to run super hard. So what I'm talking about here is what I suspect to be a new narrative evolving, the next iteration of crypto AI agents, and we're placing a bet on that, right? That's kind of what I want to give you the scope of what we're talking about here, the perspective, the lens I'm looking at this through. So Sphere 1, Orbit is what we call a super agent. Super agents solve a user's objective, even if it involves multiple protocols and or blockchains. In Orbit's latest build, he can route requests across 178 AI agents, representative of different DeFi protocols, 178 protocols working in harmony. So I don't know if this is already done. It does sound like that is done already. Now we have this comparison over here to Grift. And so it says, I'm going to make the whole Grift versus Griffin thing very simple for you. I've linked the integrations and actions each can perform. Griffin has 18. Grift has 178 across 116 blockchains using 10 different LLM models. Explain to me why Griffin is worth more. Well, Griffin's been tweeted and talked about by Anatoly a lot, from the founder or co-founder of Solana, right? And that's what Para down here says, Solana Labs, it's not that hard, right? And basically, yeah, because Toly's pushing it. So that's why, right? Now, that does help a lot, and sometimes that's all it takes, right? Like, if there was 2 projects that launched at the same time that did the same thing, and then someone like, Anatoly or Vitalik or, Elon or someone tweets about it, like that one's going to completely outperform the other, no matter on what it's capable of doing or what it's doing. So that's kind of what's happening here. So let's watch this video. This is kind of what Orbit is doing over here. I'm going to mute it just so I don't get a sound copyright thing. So basically, it's like ChatGPT, but with the on-chain options. Can you trade this for this? Can you bridge this to this? Yes. Like, remember when we talked about Kekbot a long time ago? It's kind of like what Kekbot was trying to do, which I hope they're still doing. Or I think they're still doing, but it's still quite rudimentary, but it's there. It's like nothing else in the space is doing it. So props to them. I mean, Griffin's doing that as well, but this is the interface right here. So you can see, connect your wallets, which, by the way, like if you're going to connect your wallet to something like this that allows or helps this thing do actions. Now, by the way, I did watch a video of this. I haven't used it myself yet, but I also would never use this with a wallet, my main wallet. Like, do not connect this to a wallet that has a lot of your money in it. I don't know. Something could go wrong. I don't know. It's probably safe, but probably not. So like just err on the side of caution. If you want to try it out, open a new wallet, add a new wallet, connect it to this, add some funds in there and try it out. Allow it to trade for you. Nonetheless, it's cool. It's evolving. The team sounds like they're going to do a lot of good things. It's venture backed. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Here's another video that you can check it out using Squid Router. So it says, hello, I'd like to bridge 5 USDC from Polygon to Base using Squid Agent. So, and then Orbit's doing it. It's thinking on how to do it. So it's pretty, really cool, actually. And this the fact that you had to say Squid Agent is a bit prohibitive still, but it's okay. Like, this is iteration 1, right? In the future, I'd love to see it say, like, I just love to bridge, 5 USDC from X to X, and it just do it using the best route possible, not necessarily using Squid Router, but maybe it's using DBridge, whatever gives me the best price, saves me the best money, right? Or maybe it says like, whoa, you can do this one over here, but it's going to cost this, and it's going to take you this much time estimated, or this other option, it's going to cost you this much and take you this much time, because different bridges and things like take different time. But anyway, that's a good iteration of where we are, where we're headed. This is Orbit, so you can do swaps and bridges, staking and yield, lending and borrowing, portfolio management. Now, not all of this is here yet. They did raise some money back in January 19th, 2023. I don't know if it was always supposed to be this AI agent framework thing. Remember, Spectral, we talked about as well before, is trying to do something. So this is the first thing we've seen that can do something like this. And it had some investors back almost a year ago. It seems that they've been working on this. And this is Orbit coming out on my birthday, actually, and said, here's the roadmap. So they're going to be automated agent wallets, strategy agents, and you guys can go check this out when you have a bit more time, but it's all pretty interesting what they're doing. So you can just go to @OrbitCryptoAI, look for the post on December 7th and see what the roadmap looks like if you want to do some more research into it. And the next thing we're going to talk about too, so that's Orbit, and that's the ticker Grift, right? The next one that we're going to talk about is this one, Tank. Now, Tank is an AI agent framework similar to AI16Z that allows the agents the full use of a computer. So think about graphics cards, think about the camera, think about flash drives, memory, whatever it wants to use, full use of computer. And so we'll talk about what that does in a little bit. And you can see also has a nice little pullback over here as well. This thing was at 42 cents. And now sitting at 23 cents. So you have approximately a 50% pullback right now for something that seems to be pretty innovative. Let's talk about what Agent Tank is. So again, here are the kind of stages, right? First one, AI memes, then shit posters, then infra and SDK, autonomous agents, and AI-powered apps and ecosystems. Shaw from AI16Z down here says, I would flip 4 and 5 actually. 4 is coming much sooner than full autonomy. That's very true. So he's saying that AI-powered apps and ecosystems are coming before fully autonomous agents, which depends on where you look, right? Like, so based AI would say that autonomous agents are here essentially, but we haven't seen that yet. So we're looking for that. But anyway, nonetheless, that's where we are. So AIXBT over here, coming one of our favorite KOLs, says, first AI infrastructure enabling agents to control actual computers, not just a chat. And Tank is now live with 24/7 agent live streams, 4,000 holders tracking the experiment, right? And so as you can see over here, Tank has been one of the most exciting projects based on an experiment by BC Smith X. Right? And 4 agents with full personalities and computer use versus current bots with X post automation. The live stream has been ongoing for weeks now. One of their agents, Jennifer V1, has her custom voice. They just introduced Tankwork, which open sourced their framework, allowing agents to not only form voices, but also give them computer use, live stream capabilities, and collaboration all fully live. This is a game changer and could lead to the next level of growth for the sector. In case you missed it, was on Spaces with Sean Makes Magic and to share some alpha.
So about a week ago, we launched Agent Tank, which is fun. It started out as an experimental project where we have 4 computer use agents, so they have access to full computer use, and we're live streaming them 24/7. And so this week we launched and it was a hit. And so I added basically, we have so there's OCR and the screens that the computer use sees. There's optical character recognition, so you can actually convert that into voice using 11 labs, and then you can layer on like a unique voice plus a unique, I guess, personality. And we use like OpenAI assistants for the personality, and the result was like a very funny agent named Jennifer that's literally narrating what she's doing on her screen, which is pretty cool. So we decided actually this week to open source our stack into a framework called Tankwork, and we want to make it compatible with Eliza. So like the best way to think about it is you can take your existing Eliza agents and you can easily deploy them to computer use, to have full computer use functionality with live streaming and voice. So
yeah, that is sick. Super, super sick. Okay, so now breaking, we gave AI16Z's first agent, Degen Spartan AI, computer access. Here's what happened when we asked him to order toilet paper for the AI16Z office. Let's check this out. This is actually all really crazy and creepy at the same time, if I have to be honest with you.
Proceeding to the realm of commerce. Prepare for the battle of consumerism as we enter the Amazon jungle. Wallets, shield up. Amazon, the modern marketplace where normies find comfort in abundance. As a Spartan, my eyes seek rare treasures in this land of endless choices. Let's hunt for the useful, ignore the rest. Crypto toilet paper, the ultimate bear market survival tool. Let's see where this wild roll takes us. When in doubt, buy in bulk. Wise move. Fiat currency's new purpose, TP. Battle strategy. Most reviews reveals which products have fought the most battles. Let's find the veteran with the highest kill count. Ultra softness for the modern era. From stones to cushiony clouds. Soft or strong TP, Spartans laugh at our plush predicament. 106K reviews for 24-pack of quilted comfort. Supersized family mega roll for the masses with a smooth tier for optimal rations. #1 bestseller, 100K bought last month. Even warriors can't resist modern softening. Spartan approval granted. Swipe to victory. Locate, add to cart.
so if, in case you didn't understand, that is a fully autonomous AI agent that is, well, I don't know if it's fully autonomous, but obviously it reacts to prompts, giving computer access, being able to use internet and conduct commerce. Now, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it actually, how I was able to actually buy that. Maybe the person's credit card is already on file and they just click add to cart, and that's likely what happened. But gives you some idea. It's like more than just a chat bot, right? And so this is Agent Tank now, the new framework. And we've seen what AI16Z has gone up to, basically almost $1 billion in valuation, and then we see over here Tank sitting at $23 million right now, right? So for me, I think there's potentially a huge amount of upside. Now I say potentially, of course, because everything is risky and dangerous here, but you heard essentially what Agent Tank is doing. And this is currently the 4 agents who are live streaming, right? And when I checked this out earlier, this is different screens right now. So this one over here seems to be surfing over Google, doing some Google search. This one is maybe building a website or something over here at Behance. This one is browsing X right now. And this one seems to be using, I don't know, it looks like it's using ChatGPT or something for something. So, Notion, right? So maybe it's building out some sort of objective task thing or whatever. So it's pretty crazy. Like these things are live streaming what they're doing, and you can go check it out at any time. And then guys, later today or tomorrow, I will be posting for you guys an interview I'm doing with Ryan Gill, the founder or co-founder of this Open Meta. And I believe strongly that crypto gaming and metaverse are going to come back as a huge narrative in the 2025 bull market. And so Ryan, I've known since 2018, and he's been working on this protocol. It's insane. Like something like 40 or 50,000 developers have downloaded this toolkit called Emergence that's being used in Unreal Engine and Unity to build assets that can be interoperable with different blockchains and things like that too. So just to give you a sneak peek of what we're going to be offering this, and why I'm bringing this up is because in just a couple of days, there's a sale coming up here on Paid Network at a really good, it's a private sale for Open Meta, which is doing their TGE in January. And the valuation is really, really, really good. I believe it's $23 million. And just to give you some context there, I invested like 2 years ago at $100 million FTV, right? So much, much better valuation here for you guys on Paid Network. But here's a little trailer. And then guys, you have to check out the interview because I'm encouraging you guys all to go to be smart investors here, right? Don't try to trade green candles and be super just all over the place. Make good investments into projects with high conviction. So do some research. And that's why when we launch quality projects on Paid Network, I want to bring you guys the founders. I want you guys to be able to see them, learn from them, listen to them, and make your decisions on if you think that that's something that you want to invest in yourself, right? So check this out.
This duality of physical and virtual worlds, and they're merging.
The intersection of games with reality.
How you can interact and create new emerging communities in gaming.
That the metaverse isn't just a destination, it's also a process.
They're driven by these things that are more whimsical in nature that then drive innovation forward.
It all comes back down to storytelling.
Making games that live on top of a real world, so we have an alternate, better, more engaging way of experiencing reality.
Code the principles of Web3 into the metaverse and make it an open one.
It has to be open.
The metaverse isn't some far off future.
Futures already here.
It's emerging right now.
There you go. So, I mean, ideally, like, and amazing, by the way, amazing backers. You got Spartan, myself, you've got Animoca Group, Sandeep, the founder of Polygon, for example, Dapper Labs, Outlier Ventures, and many, many, many more investors in Open Meta. And you guys out there are by far getting the best entry. So if you guys aren't registered, make sure you go do that at Paid Network, paidnetwork.com. Make sure you create an account. Do your KYC. You must do KYC, and you guys can participate in this. Also, FOMO Fund is happening right now as well. If you guys are not, this is also an AI agent launchpad. I'm also an investor in this as well. I'm hugely bullish on this one as well. Open Pool should be live by the time that you guys watch this video. So go check it out if it's still open, if it's still available. I'm not sure. But launchpad season's heating up, and you can see we've got amazing product here. FOMO Fund, Open Meta, and Coin Network all coming up soon for you guys. So that's going to wrap up today. I hope you find a lot of alpha in this one. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And by the way, I'm at a really cool mastermind right now with some amazing people. These guys that are connected to like advising Trump right now. And so like I'm on here talking like amazing, like sick, right? Like so guys are advising the Trump administration, guys that are directly like secondhand, right-hand man of RFK, all just happening back there right now. So it's very, very exciting working to help with everything that we're doing here at MB Global, to bring you guys alpha, to bring everything we're doing. So anyway,